What is going on, everybody? My name is Nasdorachi. I'm representing 5 9 Gaming. Today we have some more somber information to cover. We'll be very impartial. I'm covering this in a very journalistic sense, so there's not going to be any sort of opinions really coming from me. But we did want to report on a topic, specifically one involving the Activision Blizzard scandal, in a way that we could kind of let our audience know what's going on for those people that don't really keep up with social media and everything that's happening. That is something that we strive for as well as playing games. So I did kind of want to run everyone through what has been going on here. Of course, some of you may know that there is some scandal and controversy coming up out of almost seemingly nowhere for Activision Blizzard. Turns out it's a long time in the making, but the state of California has actually filed a lawsuit against Activision Blizzard in California specifically. It's a state government lawsuit. So, because we are very passionate about everything gaming, we do kind of feel that, again, bringing this to the attention of everyone is something that's worth talking about. So, of course, most of all this is due to workplace no-nos, like people behaving inappropriately at work. A lot of that specifically directed towards females in the industry. Trying to navigate around using certain words in this video that would make YouTube think that we're, saying bad things. So please forgive me if something seems a little weird when I say it. But yeah. So, of course, we're all gamers. We all enjoy this stuff. So I'm actually started following this pretty closely now. I speak my interest because personally I've always loved Blizzard games. Going back a long time, obviously the Diablo franchise, Hearthstone, StarCraft, Warcraft, all those games I've, enjoyed throughout the majority of my life. So when something as big as this pops up, definitely catches the attention. So jumping into the meat and potatoes here, the lawsuit in question placed on Activision Blizzard by the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing, also known as the DFEH, pertains to the company's violation of the state's civil rights and equal pay laws due to the treatment of their female employees. Evidence of this was found from a 2-year investigation into Activision Blizzard by the state agency, according to Bloomberg. The studio has an alleged frat boy culture described as a quote-unquote breeding ground for inappropriate behavior and people debasing you based on characteristics that you're born with and you have no control over, specifically targeting women. So with that in mind, this is a pretty serious thing. Now, the quote-unquote frat boy culture, I would assume, is the same thing you would equate to like the locker room talk, which, there's not really a place for that in a professional atmosphere. So that's why this is all coming to light. There's not really any room for that anywhere, but, the world is a crazy place. The lawsuit goes into further detail, stating that women are in a work environment where they have to continually fend off unwanted comments and advances by their coworkers. And according to an article from the games industry, the women in the company even face the risk of being touched inappropriately during cube crawls, which I would imagine is something that's even dumber than like a bar crawl, like where you just go from bar to try different food and drinks. That's cool. But doing that in a workplace environment, that's lame. And that is what's specifically cited by the lawsuit. The document describes the cube crawls, here we go, as a scenario where the employees, specifically male, from Activision Blizzard would consume alcoholic beverages and would meander from cubicle to cubicle in the office space and engage in all types of inappropriate behavior. Again, specifically more towards the female coworkers. The document says verbatim that male employees proudly come into work hungover, would play video games for long periods of time during work while delegating their responsibilities to female employees, and they would engage in banter about inappropriate workplace discussions, and they would make jokes, also inappropriate, about other people around them. Again, mostly specifically the women coworkers. Other alleged examples include company supervisors ignoring medical restrictions given to female employees and giving them negative evaluations when they were out on maternity leave, which that's really jacked up also. There was even a report done by Kotaku in 2019 where the company was seeking to monitor employee pregnancies at one point. Unfortunately, these alleged occurrences of continuous bad behavior led to one employee removing herself from existence during a business trip with her supervisor. The lawsuit states that the tragedy took place during the business trip where the male supervisor brought certain inappropriate toys and other objects that are for bedtime activities. The female employee had faced intense, lack of a better term, negative encounters prior to her being not alive anymore as well, having explicit photos of herself passed around at a company holiday party. A spokesperson from the studio said in a statement that the employee's passing was not related to the event that the DFEH made in the lawsuit. However, state agency reported that many complaints were brought up to HR and management, including the company president, J. Allen Brack, but no action was taken. And employees were further discouraged from complaining as human resource personnel were well known to be some of the alleged crime committers here, I guess you could say, according to the lawsuit. And if female employees continue to complain, those same workers would find themselves with less work on projects or transferred to undesirable lower tier positions or selected for layoffs. So basically a bunch of negative blowback there. The lawsuit also goes into detail about the difference in pay and opportunities compared to male and female employees at Activision Blizzard. It's noted that women have to work marginally longer on more difficult tasks to earn any potential promotions. The company is also accused of making their hiring decisions based on physical appearance. It's reported that women are initially offered lower pay rates, less lucrative job assignments, and opportunities overall, as opposed to their male counterparts. To put it in perspective, Chief People Officer Claudine Naughton received a yearly salary of almost $655,000 in 2020. Meanwhile, the president and Chief Operating Manager Daniel Allegre had a salary of more than $1 million. I would assume that those two people are doing very similar jobs. I'm not 100% sure of that, but that's just the direct quote from the article. In one instance of unfair, unequal behavior, an African-American employee explained how it took her 2 years to be made into a permanent employee. Meanwhile, men hired after her were made permanent much sooner. The same woman said that she was micromanaged so much that her male coworkers were known to be playing video games without any supervisor stepping in, but if she were to go on break or take a walk, a supervisor would check in on her. Another African-American employee who worked in information technology described a similar situation of micromanagement. When she would request time off, she would have to do a one-page write-up of how she could spend her time off, something that was not required for anyone else to do. The company has allegedly singled out women of color for their body language and scolded them when asking for help. Meanwhile, other employees never received similar treatment. In another case, according to the Washington Post, the lawsuit recounts claims made against one of the company's former senior leaders who was allegedly engaged in blatant no-no behavior with aggression towards his coworkers with little to no repercussions. The lawsuit went into further detail, stating the man allegedly made advances on women at a work event, told female employees he wanted to marry them, attempted to kiss them, and, touch them. According to the document, his suite in the office was actually code named to have a kind of joke reference to Bill Cosby. They named it the Cosby Suite, who was recently released from prison after a Pennsylvania court overturned his conviction for his crimes as well. I think that was due to mismanagement on the prosecution side. But again, I'm not 100% certain on that, so don't quote me on that last little part there. According to Bloomberg, female employees allegedly said they were held back for promotions because of the possibility of them becoming pregnant, being teased that they would have to pick up their children from daycare, and even being kicked out of the lactation rooms so that male employees could use them for meetings. I would assume that's where they would like breastfeed their kids. The women on the World of Warcraft team specifically said that male coworkers would hit on them, make derogatory comments, engage in aggressive behavior, demeaning behavior, and that is also all stated by the California DFEH agency. The agency seeks to force Activision Blizzard to comply with workplace protections, which includes amending unpaid wages, pay adjustments, back pay, and lost wages, and more benefits for female employees. When asked for comment, one spokesperson for the company said, "We value diversity and strive to foster a workplace that offers inclusivity for everyone. There is no place in our company or industry or any industry for misconduct or aggressive behavior like this of any kind." The spokesperson went on to say further that we take every allegation seriously and investigate all claims, and cases related to misconduct action was taken to address the issue. In response to the allegations made by the California DFEH agency, the spokesperson had this to say: "The DFEH includes distorted and in many cases false descriptions of Blizzard's past. We have been extremely cooperative with the agency throughout their investigation, including providing them with extensive data and ample documentation, but they refuse to inform us of the issues that they perceived." The company claims that the picture that the DFEH is currently painting is not one that accurately represents Blizzard Activision as of today. Activision Blizzard further refuted the claims, saying that the DFEH's complaints were rushed, condemning the reprehensible agency for dragging in the tragic passing of one of its employees into the case, which according to them has nothing to do with the lawsuit. The actions of the company has made thus far have been updates to their code of conduct to emphasize a strict non-retaliation focus, encouragement for employees to report violations, a confidential hotline implemented for doing so, and an employee relations team has been formed, with all Activision Blizzard workers being made to undergo regular anti-aggressive behavior towards your coworkers training. The company went on to say that we are confident in our ability to demonstrate our practices as an equal opportunity employer that fosters a supportive, diverse, and inclusive workplace for our people, and we are committed to continuing this effort in the years to come. It is a shame that the DFEH did not want to engage with us on what they thought they were seeing in their investigation. End quote, Blizzard Activision. That pretty much wraps up a lot of the basics to this situation that you guys might need to or be interested in knowing to be up to speed as to what's going on. As previously stated at 5-9 Gaming here, we love and cherish all video games and the entertainment industry as a whole. Like, obviously there's some bad games, but overall, gaming is extremely important to us and we're very passionate about it. We try to cast a wide net, not only covering gotchas and news directly related to games themselves and, funny content as well. We love that around here. But sometimes we do have to report on more serious happenings in the industry as well, just to have a more well-informed community. We all like to have fun and joke, but situations like these are definitely things that should be taken very seriously. And, we like to do our part to help spread awareness. And not only, spread awareness, but hopefully maybe prevent some occurrences like this from happening in the future. Because this younger generation growing up, we lead by example, basically. So we want to definitely root out most of this negative behavior here and just get it out, get rid of it. We have links in the description below. You can check out, I guess, for more information on the matter. That I think most of the case has been posted online that you can review yourself, and a lot of the specific occurrences that even I might not have covered here, you might get more information on that. So, let us know in the comments what your thoughts are on Activision Blizzard and if you might think twice about buying or supporting products from them. It's unfortunate that these bad actors here, these bad apples, are ruining it for the rest of the Blizzard Activision team that's putting in a lot of hard work and effort to produce these games that the community loves. So because of those few bad actors, it's really not looking good for everyone else involved, which is rather unfortunate. But I do know that there is, a boycott, Activision Blizzard movement going on. It's not necessary, but if you, enjoyed the video, you feel like you learned something today, consider liking the video and help hopefully more eyes on YouTube, see it and become educated as well. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. We'd love to see you again on all of our future videos. Not only these newsy type ones, but also the funny, comedic, and actual video game related ones. But with that being said, Nasdorachi signing out here. Again, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day and evening, wherever it is for you at this current time. And hopefully we'll see you again real soon. Let us know what you think down below. Peace out.